have to have a very serious and important conversation right now. And this conversation is so important that I called you guys to this meeting today to go over a few things when it comes to Mygm and Myleague for NBA 2K21. So, professional attire only, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot to talk about. But at the same time, we don't have a lot to talk about. And you're gonna see what I'm talking about in a few minutes. But anyways, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Prince of YouTube, PS Compulsion, signing in here, aka Prince Anthony. We're dressed up, we're ready to go. Now, as you guys know, every single year when NBA 2K drops the new 2K, I always live stream Mygm and some Myleague. Mostly Mygm because I love Mygm. Unlike a lot of other YouTubers that think that mode is pure trash, in my opinion, I make the most of what 2K gives, and I actually make Mygm lit. Check out some of my videos. Quick plug as always. Also, if you're not subscribed, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Trust me when I say you don't want to miss my videos. But anyways, I have a long list of notes right here on my phone. So normally I'm staring into you guys' souls, but this time I'm gonna be looking down and reading off some of these notes, because some of these notes that I took for Mygm and Myleague is very important and it's something that we definitely need to go over. But before I go over these notes for you guys, first off, I gotta lay a couple ground rules for the meetings. No questions until after this meeting, and if you have any questions, you could post them in the comment section below and I will get back to you in 3 to 5 business days. So as you can tell from the title, basically overall NBA 2K21 Mygm and Myleague mode is practically the same as NBA 2K20, but there are a few minor improvements. Not really, matter of fact, I can't even call them improvements. I'm not gonna call them improvements. A few minor changes, whether they're good or whether they're positive or negative, that remains to be seen. It all depends on how you guys feel. But before we discuss those minor changes, there are a few points of emphasis that applies to both game modes that I just wanna get on the table real quick. So let me open up my briefcase. Let me lay it all here on the table for you guys. First off, there are no rookies. No rookies. So if you guys are expecting LaMelo Ball, James Wiseman, Anthony Edwards, there's no rookies on NBA 2K21 right now for the current gen, because technically the last NBA season is still happening and technically those players haven't been drafted to the NBA team yet. So that makes complete sense as to why those rookies aren't in the game. Second point of emphasis is that basically the contracts are out of order and it doesn't really match what's going on in real life. So the contracts when you load up on Mygm or Myleague, it's crazy. It's all over the place. A lot of players' contracts are like expiring sooner than they should be. It's all over the place. So now the moment you guys been waiting for, the minor changes. What exactly has changed? What exactly is different from NBA 2K20 when it comes to NBA 2K21? First, let's start off with Mygm. That's where we're going to start off with, because you guys know I love Mygm, one of the best GMs in the history of GMs. Prince Anthony right here, baby. But anyways, first, let's start with the unranked version of Mygm 2.0. Basically, one change is that you could change uniforms before playing a game for both teams, and that's only for the unranked version. Normally, in NBA 2K20, you couldn't do that. I play a lot of Mygm on my Orlando Magic Mygm 2.0 series that I had for NBA 2K20. It was unranked, and I couldn't, you know, scroll over to the other side and change the uniforms for both teams. So I find that little change to be actually very helpful. So that minor change is actually pretty good. I really like that one. That's a very good little change that not many people probably have noticed, because as mentioned, a lot of people don't play Mygm. Another minor change, listen to this one. The unranked Mygm settings are more relaxed. So you could add trade overrides, change the quarter length, injury sliders, etc, etc. But you can't do that for a ranked Mygm, obviously, because it's connected to the rebounds, to the leaderboards. That's what I meant to say. But I found that to be cool. I really found that to be good, because those settings are kinda exactly what's in Myleague. So now if you want to load up a Mygm and want a more hands-on approach or hands-on feel to rebuilding a team when it comes to, you know, speaking to staff members, players on your organizations, now you have some of those Myleague settings in Mygm. Change the quarter length, the trade sliders, all that good stuff. Even AP, you could give yourself like 10 action points per day or whatever the case may be. It's pretty lit. It's pretty lit. That's another slight improvement in my opinion. I won't call it a minor change. That's actually a minor improvement. And for this next feature, I do not remember this being in 2K20 at all. I definitely don't remember this. As somebody that plays MyGM a lot, I definitely did not remember this. But the custom draft class after the first off season is available for you to change. So literally after the first off season, you're able to skip past the All-Star City selection and the 2K Hoop Summit. Once you skip past both of those together, you're going to get an option to load up a custom draft class. So you could have custom rookies for MyGM 2.0. Make sure that is unranked. It's only on unranked. For a ranked MyGM, you cannot do that at all. So don't even try to do that. You're rocking with custom rookies throughout the entire rebuild that you're doing. But I find that to be pretty cool because I'm pretty sure in 2K20 you was not able to do that. And if you was, you guys could correct me in the comment section below. Remember what I said. This is my meeting. I'm running it how I want to run it. Leave those comments in the comment section below. Let me know if I'm wrong on that one. But I'm pretty sure in 2K20 you could not get custom draft class on MyGM at all, from my knowledge. But besides those changes, literally the rest of the game mode is pretty much the same as NBA 2K20 for anyone that's wondering. Let me know if I missed anything that's new that maybe I didn't speak about, but from my knowledge, those are the only things that I saw that changed. So we still can't edit players. I have that here on my notes. No player positions, no changing the accessories, nada. So let's say I'm doing a Wizards rebuild. I can't click on Bradley Beal and click edit player and edit his position, the accessory. I can't edit nothing about the player. That really sucks. That should have been added this year because last year we were asking for it, bro. We were really asking for that and they could not add that in. Also, it's the same action point system with the skill tree and everything like that. The action point system kind of can be changed in the settings by giving yourself like a lot of AP or a lot of action points. You could give yourself, I think it's up to 10 per day, which is pretty lit. I don't think you're going to be doing a lot in one day where you need that many action points, in my opinion, but hey, to each his own. Also, there's no option to simulate to the end of the season. I'm going to get to that feature a little bit later on when it comes to Myleague, but I felt like that should have been added for MyGM because if you guys saw my Washington Wizards live stream for my MyGM 2.0 series for the Wizards, literally you could simulate by day, you could simulate by week, but you can't simulate by month, and you cannot simulate to the end of the season. And that really sucks because if you guys saw my live stream, I was struggling to get to the end of the season, bro. It took literally an hour. It takes an hour to an hour and a half, no, an hour to 2 hours to simulate a full season on MyGM, and that really should not be the case, bro. But anyways, we went over everything for MyGM. It's time to get into Myleague, but before we do, quick 30-minute break for you guys.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
What? Ronnie, what do you mean that people don't pay for 2K to play MyGM? What about people like me? Like, I pay for 2K to play MyGM in Myleague, so you guys aren't gonna update that? But what do you... Oh, wait. Alright, it's time for me to start this meeting back, Ronnie. I'll talk to you later. So before I sent you guys on break, we were talking about MyGM. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be speaking about Myleague. And some of these features on Myleague, you could actually do it in MyGM as well, which is pretty cool. But I'll touch on whichever changes those are. Anyways, first change that was made to Myleague is that you're able to keep all uniforms when you create a new jersey design. So basically what happens is that when you used to create a new uniform for your team, like let's say we're doing the Oklahoma City Thunder, we create new uniforms, the away and home uniform that they had before, it disappears, and now it overwrites, I should say, with the new home and away uniform that you made for the team. But in Myleague this year, and it also goes for MyGM, literally when you make a new jersey or a new jersey designs, you get to keep all 4 of those uniforms. So you keep the new home and away jersey that you designed, you also keep the old home and away uniform that you had before. That's pretty cool. I feel like that's a pretty cool feature, and it literally turns the old designs into classic jerseys, which is pretty lit. So kudos to you, 2K, for doing that. That's a very good feature. I mess with that one. The only flaw is that you can't edit the current team jerseys, which really sucks. So let's say I'm playing with the New York Knicks and I want to make a little change to the jersey and just change like the sponsor. Can't do that. Literally, when you open design uniforms or design jerseys or whatever you call it, you get a default jersey that you could create from scratch, which really sucks because I feel like you should have that ability to just edit a custom or the current jersey that a team has. So that part sucks. One more quick minor change that isn't really My League specific, it happens for MyGM too, so it goes for both game modes, is literally the new calendar. It starts now, or the season starts now, I should say, in December and it finishes in June, compared to the season normally starting in October and finishing in like April or whenever it finishes. So they did that minor calendar change, but it still is a little bit buggy. It messes up because during the live stream, when I was live streaming my Washington Wizards MyGM 2.0 series, literally I was trying to make a trade and it was December 15th. So you know how you can't trade certain players until December 15th? Literally, because the season starts like early December, once I get past December 15th, I still can't trade those players, if you guys get what I'm saying. Like literally, I passed December 15th and they're like, bro, you have to wait until that date to be able to trade this specific player. I'm like, bro, that makes no sense. I'm already past that. I'm literally already past that. So maybe I gotta wait the extra 2 months until February 15th. Maybe that's what they meant. But that new calendar is blah. But this minor change is actually a minor improvement that I really love and enjoy. I know a lot of YouTubers are gonna love this one. If they haven't already recognized it, or realized it, I should say, not recognized. If they haven't already realized, there is now a new option on My League to simulate the entire regular season. So literally, once you get to the calendar and you press X, you have the option to just simulate to the end of the season, which is pretty dope. I find that to be a very useful feature that was added to the game. I really wish that they had that for MyGM, because as mentioned, literally simulating to the end of the season for MyGM takes an hour to 2 hours, and that should not be the case, bro. That definitely should not be the case. And the last minor change, actually, this is not even a minor change. This is a major improvement. Ladies and gentlemen, this last feature was found by, I think his name is TJ The Goods, or The Goods on YouTube. He made a YouTube video literally showing off this feature, and it was hidden. Nobody really paid attention to it because it's hidden in the menus. But there is a new share save option for My League, and that right there is very lit. Like, bro, think of the possibilities. Let's say I want to create the Las Vegas Royales expansion My League or whatever. I could create that expansion My League and literally just upload my save to have other people download it. So you could upload your My League save. That is lit. You could download saves before you even start a My League. You have the option to download a save from somebody else. That right there is innovative. That right there is smart. I wish we could do it for MyGM, but it kind of won't make sense for MyGM, especially a ranked one, because then people could just cheat. But for My League, I really love this feature. The possibilities are endless. We could have a historic team rebuild or a historic NBA. Somebody could just upload that My League files. Or what if somebody wants to download the rookies or whatever, or find a way to hack the rookies in the game or something like that? I don't know. And then all they have to do is upload that save, and then we can download it and play with those rookies. Maybe that could happen for the PC. I know the PC community normally does stuff like that when it comes to 2K, you know, getting those face scans and everything in the game. But that's pretty lit. That's a very lit feature, and that feature is definitely a major W and a major improvement. So those are literally all the things that were changed for My League this year. As you can see, it's not a lot. Same with MyGM. And oh, one more note that I really gotta touch on. Current arena floors still cannot be updated. Brian dropped a blog on Forbes where he spoke to 2K dev, or whatever the case may be, and that 2K dev, or 2K themselves, whatever you want to call it, they said themselves that for My League this year, you're going to be able to edit the floors of current arenas, and that feature is still not in the game. So they basically lied to us. But it was a blog before the game came out. Maybe that dev or whatever didn't know what was going on, but you still cannot do that for My League in NBA 2K21. Once you go to the floor and try to edit the floor, you can't edit the current arena for that team. You get a blank arena and you gotta design it yourself. That right there is garbage, especially when 2K or the dev or whoever it is said that that was gonna be added into the game. But anyways, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, not a lot of changes between NBA 2K20 and NBA 2K21 for My League in my GM. There were a few changes, a few things that were fixed that were actually pretty good. But for the most part, it's pretty much the same. It really is. It really is. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, leave a comment in the comment section below. The meeting is over. Now I can answer you guys' questions. Any questions you may have about Mygm Myleague, or if I forgot to talk about something, a major feature that you noticed that I didn't notice, leave those comments, leave those opinions, leave those frustrations, leave all those emotions in the comment section below for me. Make sure and share this video. Also, leave a thumbs up. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel and click one of the playlists on the screen to check out some of my other content, bro. Like, what are you doing? Anyways, like I said, this meeting is over. I gotta go call Ronnie back and try to convince him to add some new stuff to my GM and my league for next gen at least. Next gen better be lit. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Meeting adjourned or meeting over. This is the Prince of YouTube signing out.